and or the mirror, right? Depending on which time we're watching from Once Upon a Time. And let's just bring her on out, Ms. Lana Parrilla, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello.
Good morning. Where would you like to sit, left or right? Okay.
We'll go that side.
Okay, we're gonna swap.
Hello, everyone.
Good morning.
I will take my mask off.
I think we're like 1.5 meters.
Yeah, I think we can do that safely.
I think we can do it safely.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Are you tired?
Yeah.
It depends on when you get in, right? And
Yeah,
because a lot of people get in the day before.
I made a mistake. I think I thought I was coming in a day earlier.
Oh no.
And so I was writing a friend and I said, tomorrow I'm just going to sleep so I can show up on Friday, be really fresh. And they said, tomorrow's Friday. I was like, no, it can't be. They said, tomorrow's Friday, Lana. So I've been up since 4.
Very nice. Very nice.
I've been up since 4 a.m.
Nice.
I went to bed at midnight.
Oh God. Oh no. Oh no. And here we are right away in the morning.
It's okay.
Well, hopefully nobody has too many stressful questions that we have to think too hard about.
I've become a vampire. I swear. I feel like I operate on fumes. But it's okay. I'm actually not tired, but I'm a little I'm forgetful.
Okay. then I'm fine because I am forgetful, and I'm pretty sure I have ADHD. So
What was that?
Exactly. We'll get along just fine.
Perfect.
I think one of the questions that I thought I wanted to know was, in the series, of course, you play the two aspects of the same person. You play the mayor, you play the evil queen, and it feels like, although they're the same person, they're two very different characters, aren't they? I mean, is that how you approached it, as two different people?
I did. 2 different stages in her life. There's a sort of a sense of evolution with the character. Anytime we saw the evil queen, for the most part, in the early years, it was in flashbacks.
Right.
And so back then, she was a bit more sadistic and psychotic.
Right.
Regina in Storybrooke, she was more sinister and calculated.
Right.
And she kind of kept things internally.
Because when we met her, I wasn't sure, you knew she was bad, but I wasn't sure, does she know, is she still remember that she's the queen?
Yeah.
Or does she just know that she's bad, I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I remember when, I think it was the 5th or, was it the 5th or 7th episode? It may have been the 7th episode, when we saw that she was awake. I think it was the 7th episode, because that was the episode with the Huntsman.
Right.
And for those who haven't seen it, I'm sure everyone here has seen it. Okay, so when she opens her vault and goes down, and it was like, what is this?
What is going on?
That's when I was like, oh my God, she's crazy. She's psychotic. She's like a sociopath / serial killer / crazy person.
Who killed her own father.
But then as we move forward, we understand how she became that way, and we end up having a lot of compassion for the character. But it was intentional for me to play them very different, and I tried to do that with every sort of stage in Regina's life, even when she was younger, and to the young Regina who was in constant discovery of who she was, and having her, mini tantrums and outbursts, and then she starts through Rumple learning how to be more sophisticated, and he really became her teacher along with Maleficent, but the combo sort of helped her grow into the evil queen who she became, and then moving forward, Regina the mayor.
Which was more fun to play? I would have to imagine the Queen is more, like 1,000 times more fun to play.
You know, I always say the Queen is more fun to play, but I can't really choose because I was playing the same person the whole time.
Right.
It really was just that it was different stages in her life. So the Queen is fun because she's deliciously evil and does the most outrageous things, and she can be bodacious and over the top and get away with murder. But Regina, I really loved how she was constantly searching to improve herself. Mm-hmm. And that only happened really in season 2 when she lost her son, that she realized that she had to change and be a better mother and person and had to make amends and take responsibility. So that is, I guess, really the person that we all really admire. And I think that version of the character really inspired a lot of people.
Okay. So like I said, if you have a question, just raise your hand and Jeannie, no. Jennifer will come. There's one in the back left, I saw a hand up. I keep forgetting her name.
I just love that Batman's in the audience and like it's so awesome. Hey. I feel just super safe, you know, with him sitting there. It's like, oh, we're good.
I didn't even see him until you pointed him out.
Batman's got it.
Just one question. If Once Upon a Time would still be on TV, there have been so many much more Disney movies released. If there's a new character that hasn't been on Once Upon a Time, which one would be Regina most happy or most scared to meet from the new Disney movies, like Wreck-It Ralph or something?
So if the series...
Who's speaking?
The gentleman...
Oh, I'm sorry.
No problem.
I have bright lights, so I can't see anything.
Except for Batman.
So, more of a scary character?
Whatever you like best.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So who do you
I've never said this before, but you said some word that made me think of like spooky scary, and I think I would choose, and I don't think he's here, I think he was supposed to be here, Robert Englund, who played Freddy Krueger. I think having him would have totally like been outrageous because I mean, he messes with you when you're sleeping. Talk about being in a sleeping curse with Freddy Krueger on Once Upon a Time, season whatever, 9. But yeah, that would have been like terrifying.
What would be the team up? What would be the scheme with?
What would be the shit?
Regina and
right? The Krueger Queen. Or Queen Krueger.
Queen Krueger.
I like the Krueger Queen, but
like a crown made out of.
I mean, I could totally
razor
see
blades.
them together. That would have been completely insane. Yeah, Freddy Krueger. He terrified me. Still does. When I saw that he was supposed to be here, I don't know if he is going to be here, but oh man, I've met him once, and it's an amazing story. But
well, we have time. You can tell the story.
Well, some people know the story, and some people don't know the story because there's a lot of recurring people who don't know the story.
Most people don't.
So there's some people that don't know the story. So my very first convention was SpookyCon in Florida, and I'd never been to anything like this in my life, and I had no idea what to expect. But I looked at who was going to attend, and Freddy Krueger was going. Well, Robert Englund was attending, and I was like, oh my God. I have to see him. Now, I have been terrified of him my whole life. When I was quite young, I loved scary movies. It's like, what do you want to watch? Scary movie, all the time. And as a young girl, like 7, I started watching Nightmare on Elm Street. And I was obsessed and had the worst dreams and woke up scared and walked around scared constantly, like he's gonna come attack me behind a tree in broad daylight. And so I was nervous to meet him. And they said, well...
Wait a minute. You're terrified of this person and you want to meet him.
Of course! Face your fears! That's my motto in life. So I know. I go towards everything I'm afraid of. Jump out of a plane, okay. So they pulled me aside, and he was in photo ops, and they said, just wait right here, and he knows that you're coming. And the whole cast, or at least a good portion of the cast from Nightmare on Elm Street were there. And I was like kind of fangirling from the side. And I'm just dying to tell him how much he terrified me as a little girl. And when he sees me, they break for a second, and he sees me, and he walks over, and he goes, my queen, and he gets down on one knee, and he like kisses my hand.
Awesome.
And I was like, that's right. And then he started talking about so many things. I never got to tell him that I was scared of him. I was hoping that he would be here this weekend so I could be like, by the way, 10 years later.
I forgot to tell you. Wow.
I thought he was so amazing, and I love those films, especially like the first 5. They were really cool, so I would choose him.
Okay.
Very long answer to your question.
I think it was worth it.
Thanks.
Do we have any other questions? Oh, here's a couple in the front
Great.
here. Gemma? No. Jennifer. Sorry. I keep forgetting her name.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, so right now we're seeing a lot of live action movies being made of all Disney classics. So if there were to happen a Snow White live action, would you be interested in playing the evil queen?
I would, but I think that part has been given to somebody else. It was given to, oh God, was it Gal Gadot? Yeah. I know, I'm bummed too. It's okay. She's Wonder Woman. I'm like, come on, you're Wonder Woman. But yeah, so she's gonna play the evil queen. But otherwise, I would have loved to have played her. Yeah, 100%. Play her for 7 years. So I wonder if she's watching the show.
Maybe.
That'll be interesting. We'll see. For inspiration, maybe.
Could be.
Yeah.
Do a little homework.
I watched every
research.
Evil Queen movie that, Susan Sarandon and, I watched obviously the Walt Disney version, and I feel like there was another one. Susan Sarandon played her in Enchanted, I believe. Am I getting that right?
Was she in Into the Woods?
Oh, no, Charlize Theron, but it was very different.
That's
in the
right.
Huntsman.
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
Snow
one
White and the
with
Huntsman.
Kristen Stewart and Chris
Charlize.
Hemsworth, I think, was in one of them. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember who the Huntsman is. It wasn't Chris Hamsworth, was
I
it?
think
No.
so.
It was. I guess I'm not so forgetful after all. But you are. He's like, I have no idea. I haven't seen any of them.
I don't know. I don't know anything. These are the only things I can remember. There was another one with the flowers?
Yes.
Hi, my question is, how was it for you to be Rita and Why Women Kill?
How was it to be Rita?
Yes.
Awesome. I love that show. I had so much fun. Just to play a real person for a minute. It's great. Like, not a magical, fantastical character. Once Upon a Time was my first fantasy ever. So it was kind of like stepping back into like human shoes, it was fun. And she too was completely outrageous, but I loved her arc. I thought it was beautiful. Why Women Kill is a series that I did after Once Upon a Time, for those who don't know. And it was a very fun show. The first season, Jennifer Goodwin, who played Snow White, is in it. And then the second season is a whole new cast. Kind of like how American Horror Story, how there's different sort of themes every year, I guess you would say, or in the same genre, but
ensemble, or
but
what
it's
is
like
that?
a whole new cast. It's called an anthology.
Oh yeah, anthology. That's
Yeah.
You're right.
So Jennifer Goodwin's in the first one, if you're a big Snow White fan, and I'm in the second season playing Rita Castillo, set in 1949.
Cool.
Yeah, so I had the most beautiful costumes, yet again, which was fun.
Score.
And I couldn't breathe in those either. So yeah, that part wasn't fun.
There's another one here on the front to the right. And I think this might be our last question.
Hello.
Hello.
Who makes the best lasagna? Granny or Regina?
Who makes the best lasagna? Who was the first?
Grammy or Regina?
Granny?
Graham or Regina?
Yes.
Lana. I make a kick-ass lasagna. But I would say Regina because I get to play her, so therefore I would give her my secret recipe. Now I'm hungry. I know you too. I think everybody is. I don't think there's food here. I think we're all hungry.
Ricotta or bechamel?
I'm sorry?
Do you use ricotta or bechamel?
Oh, ricotta.
Nice. Nice.
Yes.
Okay, somebody else needs to ask a question to distract us from the food. Somebody, please. There we go. There's one last.
I know, please, because now we're all starving.
Yes. We can.
I'm like, oh my god, I'm so hungry.
Hi Lana, so
Hi.
good to see you again.
Thank you, and you. I can't see your face, but I trust that we've met before.
Well, I saw on your Instagram that you've been to Iceland recently, and I was wondering how was it?
I didn't spend enough time there. I keep looking at the same pictures going, oh my god. One of my assistants, she worked for me forever and she's still in my life, and she just sent me her itinerary so I can look at it so I can sort of plan a summer trip. I hear Iceland is two different countries. In the winter and in the summer, it's very different. And I was blown away by its beauty, like breathtaking beauty. And then I had to go back to LA and I was like, I hate this city. It's horrible. It's just gray, there's no color, it's so boring, I'm over it.
I can't see anything in the sky at night.
I'm over it, but I was just like, why are we not living in Iceland? And it's just, sorry Iceland, we're all coming to you. But it was just spectacular. I didn't spend enough time there. I would love to spend 2 weeks there in the summer and in the winter and do all the things that Iceland has to offer, because it is glorious. And the water, I was drinking out of the faucet, and and the snow, I was on snowmobiles. I've never been on a snowmobile. I was flying. I was going, what's 40 miles an hour, Trent? They go fast. I was going as fast as they can go. And I had the best time. And I wish to God I can go back, like right now. I mean, after the weekend, but like on Monday. Spectacular.
This answer brought to you by the Icelandic
you have
tourism
not,
country.
I know, I'm like, and by the way, you can go to Nordic Luxury, because they are...
www.visiticeland.com.
It's like, seriously, it's like one of my favorite places I've ever been in the world.
Cool. Now everybody go, because it's great. I do agree.
It's so close. If I lived in Europe, I'd be there all the time.
It is close. It's like 4 or 5 hours, depending on where you're flying from.
I need to move here. I know. No, trust me. I think a lot of Americans are just like, we're over this country. But there's enough people in my life that feel very similarly to and we're like, it's time. It's time to leave.
Well, Lana, thank you for taking the time to chat with us this morning.
My pleasure. Thank you all for being here. I know it's a bit different because it's a smaller group, and the laws and the rules have changed, and they're changing day by day. I appreciate you all for being so responsible, for getting vaxxed, for getting your COVID tests beforehand, and for showing up today. It really means a lot. Thank you. And thank you, Joe.
You're welcome. Have a great rest of the day, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, see you tomorrow.
Lana Parrilla, ladies and gentlemen.